Okay, so Cancer, I see where there's going to be value placed on your work life, your job, your reputation, your prestige. And this is going to affect, why I mentioned this is going to affect your love life, um, your relationship here, because I see where, you could have recently wanted to have a family, but I see that changing. I see, your thoughts changing, what it is you've been pursuing, what it is you're going towards. I don't see you going towards building a family here. I mean, it's like the roles are being swapped, and it makes perfect sense. Capricorns um, are being called to be more nurturing and be in the home more. Still grounded, still rooted, but they're being called to focus more on marriage, relationships, their emotions, mood frequency, okay? Because they're your opposite, your inverse, and you're being called to focus more on your job. And I see that that's where you're headed. You are now, taking on a whole new form. You're no longer the Four of Swords. You are a different aspect or side of that Four of Swords, because the four swords is inverted is the Four of Wands, and you're moving out of your comfort zone, being in relating, lovers, intimacy, and it is now you being more intimate with yourself. And so you're pretty much going forward in this new Saturn cycle by yourself, a single person. Now, this don't mean that you're not going to be having sex, but this just means that you are not establishing a relationship, okay, with anybody, because your focus is on your work. And when I get into the career aspect of this, you will understand why. But I see someone loving being by themselves here. You thinking and believing all about thinking and believing yourself more, which is, I guess, that is, yeah, that is definitely intuition seeping over, coming from the spiritual aspect of your reading. Okay, you plunging within the subconscious, which is you. And so I see where in which you are more mindful of yourself. You're more mindful of what it is that you want and you need, and not what other people want and need. And if you're afraid, let me just say this: do not be afraid. Do not be afraid of the friends, the associates, or the potential connections you may lose. And, loving yourself, focusing, you're loving yourself now. You, I feel like most of your life you spent loving other people. Whether you gained or benefited from that, yes or no. But do not be afraid to love on yourself now and focus on yourself. These people could be children, lovers, spouses, relatives, family members, friends, colleagues, just exes. Just don't give a damn about anybody right now. It sounds harsh, but that's what it is. Year of the Ox, sub-frequency 5. Values are changing and shifting. What did you value? You valued being the manager of home, nurturing and caring. That's where your passions lied. Okay. But universe is calling you to shift that. And you have to learn to elevate and transcend from one Saturn cycle to the next. So if it is that you were used to, and you've grown accustomed to being of servitude, because that's what I say, Sun in Cancer, Pisces rising, you're like Sun in Virgo. You're so passionate about helping people. Get the fuck out of that energy. And if you don't learn to detach from what it is you are used to or were used to, you're going to get left behind. Okay? So you have to move on now. It's time for you to detach. Start loving on yourself. Okay? Allow these shifting of energies to seep in. Going over to your career, I see there's a transformation. You're being frequented at work. This requires your attention. Okay? Don't be paying attention to people who are not benefiting you. In this cycle, you're supposed to support yourself. Whether or not in the previous cycle where which you should have been supported, you were not, don't pay that any mind. This cycle, you're supposed to support yourself. You're supposed to be the big boss, the CEO, pulling on that Capricorn frequency. If people get left behind, let them get left behind. Cancer, Pisces rising, just leave them behind. Your focus now is on getting your money up. And don't be sharing that money with people who were supposed to help you in the past, who didn't. They didn't play their role in the previous cycle, and so it is karmic justice for them to get none. You receive what you give. You reap what you sow. And so you get your money up. And if it is that nobody supported you, but yourself in the physical, I'm not talking about spirit, because like spirit don't need your money. I'm talking about physical people. Then you spend all that money on your fucking self. Okay? So you're gonna see an increase in your work. You're gonna be frequented. You're gonna see an influx of customers, people requiring your service during this time around, because people are trying to make sense of what they consider nonsense. People are trying to make sense of what it is that they're feeling, the elusiveness, the confusion. They need your help, whether you are a doctor or whatnot. But you are going to see an increase, and you're going to start seeing your Jupiter where in which your work is concerned. You're going to be frequented. Your public reputation, your public image is being changed. It's being transformed. Listen, go inside with the noise and shut up. You're going to be seeing people coming into you by the shipload, the boatload for some of you. That's the honest truth, because this is your Jupiter, especially if you were not supported in your previous cycle. You're going to start see people come in, and people are going to be noticing you publicly. That's what's coming up. Yeah, and I'm getting like specifically for those of you who are sole proprietors of your company. You do that all by yourself. You're gonna start seeing, you're gonna start seeing people recognize you in public, especially if you're someone who works on social media or whatever it is that you do. People are gonna people are gonna start recognizing you for whatever it is that you do for a living. Whether it's like people referring other people to you because like they're saying, "Oh, damn, she's good, he's good, they're great." They're good at what they do, and so people are gonna be referring other people to you because it's time for your Jupiter. You've been putting in the work, I see. And it's time for you to get the reward. So I'm getting karmic justice where your money is concerned. Okay? The energies that you're putting out, these energies are focused on your pentacles and nothing else. Not a relationship. No relationship, whatever, of whatever kind. No relationship of any sorts. Okay? This is primarily you focusing on your work, your job, and your money. Okay? You're not focused on, this could be kids, this could be exes, relatives, family, um, friends. You're not focused on any of them. You're focused on your money, which is rightly so. Namaste.